everybody. We are back with another, and I just realized my mic wasn't on. See, we got bloopers for this already. I'm already starting off wrong. I had my mic on. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? We are back with the first episode of Let's Hoop of the season. We are back. Slow clap for being back. But anyway, it's been a great, already.
Journey.
Yeah, oh God. The journey getting this season started. Y'all, this was probably the craziest start we have ever had since we've been doing this. It's been absolutely insane. Mm-hmm. But we're back. We're glad. It was a great first week. But we got a lot to get into tonight. We got a whole lot to get into tonight. We put out a poll earlier asking people what they wanted to talk about tonight. So we're going to get into some of them topics. Mm-hmm. We're going to look at the top 10 for this past week. It's a lot of little things that we got to get into. So, welcome to Let's Hoop. It's going to be a good one.
To the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like. Yeah, you about to see me on demand like. On demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a straight.
All right, y'all. So we are back, like we said. And also, we're back and we're family. We're back and we are family. People's champ in the building. DJ, what's up? But anyway, so we talked about being back, first of all. Mm-hmm. And I must say, and this was actually one of the things that somebody said they wanted to talk about on the show tonight. Just the fact that, with us being back and, just the crowd and the fans and new players and just how dope the atmosphere was overall. Yeah. Just as a result of all that. And I can concur. The energy in the building was really dope. I mean, it was just a dope. It was a dope.
It was, man. It was. There's a lot of people there, man.
It was.
It's a lot of people.
It was.
And the crowd was really pleasant. To say the least.
Agreed.
Crowd was pleasant.
That's Skywest standard, man.
It was pleasant, man. So it was fun, man. Energy was high.
Mm-hmm. Good games.
It's a different season, though, man.
It is.
Different season. Teams look different.
Mm-hmm.
Some people that might have been on the bottom, they raising up.
Mm-hmm. And
some people on the top might be getting a little bit more even competition.
Threatened.
Yeah. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is, though, man. That's how it goes.
Hey, well, on that note, since we're talking about the competition, let's take a look at the competition for this past week. Let's look at the top 10 for this past week. All right. Well, that was our top 10 of the first week. Now, granted, give or take this way or that way, something could have been higher or lower, or something could have been, added that might have been missed. I know there was a couple. Okay, wait.
It's always gonna be an argument, man.
No, wait. But I'm gonna give a disclaimer on the Sky West side of things because I know something was missed. And I'm gonna blame it on the camera person that was on the camera. You wasn't the one on the. No, it wasn't you.
Was it me?
You wasn't the one that was on the camera.
I did miss some stuff though.
I know. But from Sky West, we gonna tighten up y'all because we can't have that. That's ghetto. So
right.
We ain't gonna miss that. But yeah, top 10. I mean, it was tough. Gotta welcome.
Oh, you know what?
He said no Black Lightning game winner. I mean, you know what? I'll take that one. But honestly, yeah, that should have been top 10.
I agree.
I just honestly, I just didn't think.
I understand, man, but
it was not biased, DJ.
Hey, man, nah, for real, that should have been top 10. Like,
no, it definitely,
it
should have been top 10.
Yeah,
in my mind, the dunk was.
He was in the top 10.
Yeah,
but he probably deserved to be there twice.
Yeah, he should have been there twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in my mind, it was like again the dunk. I was like, I got him. All right, because I knew like when he did it that day at the game, I was like, oh, I know this going in the top 10 because me and Josh have had conversations during the offseason about him catching bodies during the season. So that's why when he did it, it was like, oh yeah, like that one stuck out. Yeah. But I mean, hey, the game winner was on me, so I guess that really should have stuck out to me as well, huh?
Your feelings should have been hurt a little bit, sir.
A little bit,
But nah, hey, kudos, Josh. Great game. Great game winner was like, it was nice, dude.
It was tough.
He pulled a little bink on you, bro.
He did.
Hey,
we ain't at that part of the show yet. Hold that for a moment, because we gonna get there. But so let's transition. Let's go ahead and get into it because I can see we ready to get into these teams.
Can I talk about one more play though?
Oh yeah.
Dude,
sure.
That block, bro.
Oh, the one Nick got?
Man.
Nick took the elevator for that one.
Yeah, he did. Nick said, I'm telling y'all, Nick said that he is here. He ain't hurt. He said he was hurt all last season. He said, I'm here. I mean, he want all the smoke. So I'm just letting y'all know. But anyway.
Nah, I agree. That was crazy. That was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That one was crazy. It was good to see KB back. You know what I'm saying? KB.
Oh, yeah.
Right back home in the top 10 where he belongs.
Yep.
It was just good. It was just an overall really, really good day.
It was.
You know what I mean? Really good day, really good basketball. So, starting off with the Bulldogs and the Warriors, since we're right there talking about Nick and all that, I'll let you lead with this one.
I will say that was probably, to me, this just my opinion, that was probably the second best game of the day. It was 2 games won by 1, correct? And that was one of them. Some of the new pieces that the Bulldogs have, what I call them, lingo. I like him. But you know what I do like is Raekwon being back on the team. Mm-hmm. That's one thing I went and talked to K-Roll about because they're actually blood brothers. And they went separate ways last season, but he came back. So I do like that. But the Warriors, I mean, they're looking better. I mean, they're looking a lot better. They have a lot of new pieces. Mm-hmm. They got a big. That's big. So I mean, it was a struggle. I mean, both ways on that game. I mean, anybody could have won. I mean, it went down to, I think it was a. It was a shot.
The literal last play of the game.
It was the last play of the game, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, and it was a foul call at the end. It was a lot of crazy stuff going on. But as far as that game goes, I think that was the second best game of the day. I just think it was a good game. I think both of those teams they're 2 teams that I think is gonna surprise a few people, in my opinion. Especially the Warriors when they do get it together because they do have some nice pieces. I just think they haven't played together that much. I do think the Bulldogs have more pieces on the team that have played together for longer, if you get what I mean. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what kind of helped the Bulldogs probably win a little bit. So
Agreed. All right, so a couple things I want to talk about. Mm-hmm. One, I'm going to start with Bulldog culture. Dog pound culture, as they call it. Uh-huh. I have to shout them out from top to bottom. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you noticed during warm-ups, they all had the same
Oh, that was fire.
They all had the same warm up on. Long sleeve warm up.
That was fire.
K-Roll, I'm a little jealous.
That was fire.
But no, that's taking ownership of and creating a culture within your organization.
Right.
And I think that not only translates in the way that they were looking, but if you look at their demeanor, I mean, Dog Pound culture is scrappy. Now, I ain't gonna lie, them refs, they was letting them beat them up just a little bit because they was scrappy. They was a little scrappy. But like I said, I love what I see from the Dog Pound culture. Like very scrappy, very determined. No back down. Now on the other side, I'm really excited about this Warriors team.
Oh yeah.
I'm really excited about this Warriors team because they got what they needed. Kudos to Kenneth. I don't care what nobody say. You had a great draft.
Good job.
You got the things that you needed. Nigel, Amari, Trey, they were already there. So your guards, all that was handled. But what you needed was size. You needed inside presence. You needed some wings. And you got wings. You got Mason on the inside. You got Jamal to back Mason up. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to go out on a limb. And I'm gonna say we probably saw Mason's worst game this week. But I don't think he's gonna have another game with numbers that low.
Yeah, I mean I can agree. But like I said, I really think it is one of those things to where, first of all, the players that were there beforehand, they haven't ever played with a big like that. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I think they did do some off-season runs, but I think more so what I'm thinking is
game wise, like game. You know what I'm saying?
Game.
Like our game, not other leagues. We're talking our game. It's different. It's different.
I could go down. There's a road I could go down. But I'm going to get off that exit and come back. But no, like going back to Mason though, like just knowing what Mason is capable of, I think that, and I mean his numbers weren't terrible.
No.
And so I'm just like, I definitely think like these next couple games as he, because I also think because he's played real basketball before, he knows about blending into a team.
Right.
And not just hopping in a situation and just, in James Harden's words, I am the system.
Right.
So it's just kind of like, I feel like he was kind of just giving everybody their room, and
Absolutely.
everybody, and I feel like they kind of all were. I feel like, they all were just kind of giving each other their room to just kind of be. But I think as it progresses, I think that's when roles are really going to start being established. Right. I think that's when people are really going to start digging into, what their offensive identity is going to be.
Right.
Because last year it was taking turns.
Yeah.
I mean, they had to. I mean, for them to be in the game, Nigel and Amari had to average 20.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So, but I'm excited. I'm really excited. I think the Warriors have a very high ceiling.
Who's back? Travis back?
Travis is back. And Travis didn't even shoot much.
No,
Travis might have shot 3 shots the whole game. So that's another weapon that they have. Like I said, and then their draftees, like the people that they drafted, like, I mean, look, they have a lot. What DJ say?
It can't be.
He going to have another bad game because they play them Sharks next week. Oh, boy.
Here we go to Junk Talk.
Here we go. I love it, though. Look, DJ, you know why you're here. Light this chat up. But no, they have a very high ceiling. And like I said, they have a lot of good players. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that I think they have a high ceiling. And then Bulldogs, they started off their season. This is the first season since they've been in the league that they started their season with a win. What you make of that?
Kudos. That's all I can say, man. I mean, I'm proud of those boys. It's been a long road. I think the first season, how many games did we win? None. Second season,
2 last year.
2. And now, it's starting off 1-0. Hey, I mean, what can I say, man? I mean, you're improving. So keep doing what you're doing. Proud of you. And Warriors, hang your head up, man, because, it was a 1-point game.
So, also what I got in our chat, right? I mean, in the Instagram was people were talking about, let's talk about these refs. So, I'm not going to harp too heavily on it, but I will say this. I will say that was a game-deciding situation that happened at the end of that Warriors game because that honestly could have gone either way. And I feel like a call here or there in that particular game, you may have a different winner because nobody put anybody away convincingly.
Right.
It was like they were just prize fighters throwing haymakers at the end of the fight. And it was just kind of like, whoever get that one in. But yeah, the refs definitely made that a little interesting.
They did. You never want the refs to decide a game, and that's kind of So I would rather see the teams decide it. Meaning, unless it's something super obvious.
Yeah.
Like hold that whistle.
Yeah.
Agreed. And that's my opinion. I'm not a referee. I'm not. But that's my opinion.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. I agree. So that was a great first game, and then the second game.
Yep.
Moving right along to Wolverines and Savages.
You can talk about that.
Oh, you want me to talk about it? All right. So, all right. First and foremost, but I do have a question that we're gonna address live nationally.
Nationally. Across America.
Across America. But before I get to that question, let's just talk about the game itself. For one, the Savages were seriously undermanned when the game started. Mm-hmm. So that definitely just made for an interesting dynamic from the jump. Mm-hmm. They were severely undermanned from the start. And you know what? Y'all were too. Well, look, y'all were, but y'all weren't. Y'all had big guns here, but I think that's the thing about the Wolves this year. Y'all are very deep. Because, y'all didn't have y'all leading scorer from last year. Dez wasn't here.
True.
And it's just kind of like, and y'all still looked tough. Mm-hmm. So I think that's one thing that people have to be careful of when it comes to y'all, because y'all have a deep bench, which is another topic that people were talking about. They were talking about how, deep some of these teams are this year. But going back over to the Savages, I think the game definitely changed some once their people, got in. Mm-hmm. It's funny. Somebody else also I didn't get to put this one up, but somebody was like talking about people showing up late to games. I was like, yeah, the Savages.
Subject.
It's like the Savages got more players per quarter. It was like it started.
It is true. It is true.
It was like they got more players per quarter, but hey, and then by the fourth they had everybody. But I think honestly, the game would have been a little bit different if they had all those people from the beginning. Because when Steve got in, he made a difference. When PJ came, he made a difference. Like as people came, they made a difference. What can I say? Thank you. I worked hard to pick that. Hey man, listen, you gotta have the kudos. You gotta get the kudos for sure, because like I said, you got exactly what you needed. Yep. And I think that's also, I'm gonna go back to the game, but I'm gonna say this real quick on that regard. I feel like when drafting, people miss that.
Right.
They think, I just gotta go get the best players, or I gotta go get my homies, or whatever.
Eye candy,
and it's like, bro,
eye candy.
Drafting is about getting what you need. Drafting is about filling holes in your team. Okay, I don't have any bigs. Okay, I need a big. I don't have any wings. Okay, I need a wing. Like, that's what drafting is all about. Ken, if you did that, kudos. So, but the game itself, I'm not going to lie to you. The key factor to that game was Rashad. I just think there was no real answer for Rashad. I think Cam.
But according to Cam, he's sorry.
I don't know if anybody's reading the ticker, but Rashad had 33 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 assists. So,
but Cam said he was sorry. So,
so here's the thing. I think in knowing Cam, right?
Yeah.
Cam ain't never not talked to nobody.
Nah, he gonna talk.
He's gonna talk. So, and for most people, it works. Mm-hmm. But you just kind of happen to run up on that one where, it didn't work. So, it's just kind of one of those things where it's just like Rashad was definitely the X factor in that game. So this is what I want to talk about, because somebody brought it up. Somebody brought up the back and forth between Cam and Rashad.
Right.
And so somebody brought up the temperament. Mm-hmm. So how do you feel about that statement, and how do you feel about, because it keeps getting talked about. So I'm like, shoot, y'all already know how we do here. We talk about everything. So how do you feel about that?
So I feel like talking is a part of the game. Okay, it's a part of the game. But I do feel like in this league, because of who we are and what we believe in and the whole respect thing, it kind of goes a little bit too far sometimes, especially when it comes to like profanity and stuff like that. I don't like that portion of it. But if you're doing it all in good fun and nobody gets mad and stuff like that, and I think it's okay. Now, granted, both players, Cam, he gonna go at it, period. And Shad ain't gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? He gonna take it, but he ain't gonna take it because he gonna talk right back. So I just think when it gets to the whole cussing and stuff, and also when the game stops flowing, I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say I did address that though with the referees and stuff like that, to where we need to keep the game moving, warn them, do whatever we need to do. But I do think that's actually a fun part of the game, and that's not
Agreed.
the only time that happened either. I had somebody came up to me and talked to me about it, and I was like, look, I can't go out on the court and while they're playing and say, hey man, stop talking. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we have referees for.
And we don't want that. You know what I mean? Like
no.
the thing about it is, it's like we want it to be fierce competition.
Absolutely.
And to be honest with you, for me, it's just kind of like, as long as it stays basketball,
right.
I have no problem with
right.
it, because it's necessary. It's
right.
what makes the game fun and entertaining.
Absolutely.
Like, you ever like gone and just hooped and it's like everybody being all friendly and laughing and all the type of stuff like that, and it's just like, man, this is boring. Like, what we even here for? No, we here to compete.
You talking about like the NBA season when everybody dapping up and doing all that stuff, like the regular season, everybody be hugging and doing all of that stuff. That didn't happen back in the day.
Okay, it didn't, but I'm on the fence with that a little bit, and I'm gonna tell you why. And I'll talk a little bit more about it, like during our game, during the Red Hawks game.
Right.
But like, there are certain situations where I honestly feel like acknowledging, like having that respect for your competitor.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, you remember when Paul George and Brown was going at it that year?
Right.
And Paul George dunked on Birdman. Then the next play, Brown came down, hit that deep three, and they called a timeout, and they kind of like smacked each other's hands. Like, all right, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we hoping, like, I'm right here, you right there. Like, we finna see which one of us finna budge. Like, I honestly, I don't have no problem. Bro, y'all used to just beat each other up back in
man,
y'all.
listen, man. I'm a little older, so
I know. That's why I'm like, y'all just ain't happy unless y'all knocking each other out.
I come from the era of if it ain't no foul unless you bleeding. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like that, man. So I'm just used to that. It almost feel like too much buddy ball sometimes now.
Yeah,
but I think we got a good mix in our league. We have a good mix. We got some trash talkers. But for the most part, we cool with each other. So
yeah, and you know what? And I think that's the thing of it too. It's just like, at the end of the day, and I think this is what we always try to instill in the guys. Like, at the end of the day, like, we're a brotherhood. Marquise said something on his interview, and it was just like, if there was anything that represented who we are, it was what he said. He was like, that's just my brother in a yellow jersey. That's just my brother in a black jersey. That's just my brother in a blue jersey. But at the end of the day, like, that's my brother because he got Sky West on on his chest. And when you in the Sky West family, like, you're just that. Like, we all family.
Right.
So I don't even know how we got all the way down that rabbit hole.
I don't know, man.
How did we even get there?
Because you started talking about
Oh yeah, the talking trash with the shot and all that type of stuff like that.
So, but
TJ, I saw you too talking about, hey,
say?
League. TJ said, hey, League, I'll see you soon.
Okay, TJ, yeah.
And he would. That also would have made a difference. That would have made a difference. They were missing TJ.
So if I can say anything,
and Staggers was coaching, but Staggers would have made a difference as well down low.
If I can say anything about my team, I'm just proud of them because we only had 6. They ended up with, I don't know, it might have been 8, I think. I'm just proud of my fellas, man, because I think 3 of them played the whole game. And it was one of those things, man, to where we just had to grind it out. We did get kind of lucky that everybody wasn't there for the Savages the whole time, but overall, I think we did well. And talking about draft picks, like Sam, I really like what Sam has done with our team. He's a team player, and he was what we needed. As you spoke on, it was something that we needed. It was a lot of heavy hitters out there, a lot of people that I kind of passed on. But Darius has this look because it's a little.
Sam was one of my close friends, y'all. Like close.
But he my friend now.
He is. we it's a brotherhood. It's all good. We all in the family.
Friends.
Man. All right. Well, look, we gonna take a quick commercial break because we gonna go. Hold on. Somebody said shout out. Oh, Sam. Sam was shouting out Mari and Miles.
Hey, Mari. Yeah. Listen. Them two right there.
Oh, we gonna shout out Mari, all right?
Man, listen.
Why?
Listen.
Why?
Mari's a robot.
No, why?
That's later, but we're not going to talk about that right now. But Mari's a robot. I don't know. You know how they were talking about Kawhi Leonard?
Yeah.
I think Amari is like the robot dude. I've never seen him tired, dude.
Nah, me either.
I've never seen him tired. But one thing about him is him. Like he's himself, and I love that about him. You know. So, but yeah, I ain't gonna talk trash about you, Mari.
I'm not talking trash, but also when I asked what people wanted us to talk about tonight, they were talking about Shaq in the Fool moments. So with that being said, I have to bring up the fact that your boy Mari, when you said he's him and he's gonna be himself, my boy came down and missed the first dunk, and it was like a play and a half later, had another fast break and got hung on the second one. Now, I have to give him kudos because it takes a special person to miss that first one and have that same confidence being like, I'm finna go bam this second one. Because in my mind, especially with old legs here, 33, you know, if I miss that first one, you're going to get that nice leg second time. But, yeah, kudos to you, Amari.
You see the comments, man.
Well, you kept Amari in the game after them two Sprite commercials. Hey, you did keep him in the game, though.
What choice did I have? I have 6 people. I had 6 people. But what did Amari do all game, though?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he definitely earned the right.
So, yes, I kept him in the game. Mari, if you watching Mari, I don't care what they say, bro. I mean,
Mari he know he my homie. He know I got to mess with him.
Yeah.
He know he my homie. But all right, we're gonna take a quick break, and we coming right back because we got more games to discuss. So don't go nowhere, stay locked. We'll be right back with more Let's Hoop. All right, y'all, we are back. So before we get into the next couple games, y'all already know, like, we aren't just basketball, but, you know, we care about you all, you know, the well-being of you as well. So we keep people around us that, you know, can always speak something positive into you. So we're just going to hear just a quick little something from one of our sponsors. I'm sure y'all have seen, those of y'all that's been in the league, y'all have seen his face. Y'all know him. But just a little quick something from him, and we getting right back into the action with the game. So just a little quick word from our sponsor.
Talk about the conscious mind versus the subconscious mind. There are things that lie within your subconscious mind that control you on a daily basis. Like you may be wondering, why is it that I always fly off the handle? Why is it that this always triggers me? Well, trigger is a very good word to think about because something perhaps happened in your childhood that left an impression on your heart that was not such a good impression. And now, if anything reminds you of that, then you go off and it flares up. So what I want us to think about is you have to, in order to be healed of that thing, you have to go deep down on the inside of you. You have to perhaps sit with someone and counsel and allow them to help you reflect on what it could be that has you in that state of mind. It hinders your relationships. It hinders your ability to work certain jobs. It causes you to flare up even perhaps in the games. But this is something that you can gain control of. The conscious mind versus the subconscious mind. If you are not present to the moment and controlling your mind, your subconscious mind is controlling you. And if you are living by your subconscious mind, your chances of success are less than they are with the conscious mind. And so I want to encourage you, let's dig deep. Let's find out what it is, why we do the things that we do, why we say the things that we say, take charge of our thoughts and get to a better place. Listen, if you like this information and you're connecting with this information and you want more of this information, feel free to reach out to me. I'm there at the games. Just come over and sit beside me and let's have some talk. And even you can go to my website at iminspired.me, email me, perfectly fine, and we could sit down and we could talk and we can get to the root of what's going on so that you can live your best life now.
So, and just in case any may be wondering, that is my dad. Yes, I know we somewhat look alike.
Twinning.
But yeah, anyway, like I said, we want you all to get information like that because, like I said, it's a lot of stuff, just even us as men in this league. We don't have a lot of outlets and we don't have a lot of places where we can go and talk about stuff. But like I said, we want to make sure that you all know, even within this league, you have a community. And a community of people that you can talk to and, get stuff off your chest and learn new things about yourself to help you be a better man in all aspects, on and off the court. So, now, back to the action. Chargers and the Titans.
As advertised. Chargers won.
Yes.
And,
yes, they did. But okay, go ahead. I'm gonna let you go first, and then I'm gonna tell you my thoughts on that.
So I'll say this: Chargers won. How can I say this?
Hold on a second. Before you go into that, in the comment section, who is 60 Ball? I just want to know who it is because we be identifying each other on here because we want to know, like, that's the fun of it. We want to know who's saying what, So who is 60 Ball?
Put your name in the chat and quit being scared.
Put your name in the chat.
Don't be scared.
All right, go ahead.
So the Chargers. I'll talk about the Chargers first.
Okay.
It seems like they're kind of leaving where they left off last year with the winning mentality. A couple of things that I did see. First of all, now Malik told me this. This is coming straight from Malik that he didn't start and it was on purpose. That's what he said. So he was like, I come here and do what I need to do and all of that stuff. So, but at the same time, it kind of speaks volumes to how that team operates. They cheer for each other a lot. I watch their bench, and as other people that hadn't scored, like towards the end of the game, it's like, get you one. You know what I'm saying? Like they're really encouraging to each other. So I think that's why they have that winning mentality, and why they're so good together. The Titans, on the other hand, they picked up. Now, one of their big pickups was Barry, and from what I've heard and what I've seen, Barry can.
I want to say he had 20.
Yeah, he can go.
He had 20.
But I actually spoke with the assistant coach Dale. I spoke with him last night, and one of the big things that I think the Titans' problem is that it's always like, okay, I understand you're getting yours, it's my turn, instead of just feeding a hot man. You get what I'm saying? So basically, a specific play that Coach Dale told me about was when I think Shaquan was cutting to the basket, and I believe that Wade was wide open, and Backus had the ball. But Shaquan, he made a good cut to the basket, and he scored 2 points. And he said that Wade was upset over that play because he was wide open. And it's like, okay, but you scored 2 points. Like, is it more important for you to score 2 points or that you were wide open? So just little things like that, I think, really can bother the Titans a lot of times. I think they have a good squad. I really do. But if everybody looks at it as an individual versus a team win, and if they look at it as how many points am I going to score, or did I get my cakes off this game versus did we win, if that continues to be the most important part, that's going to be to the detriment of the team. But I think if they go with the team mentality of, hey, whoever's the mismatch or whoever is scoring or whoever's doing what they need to do in the moment, you go to that. I think if they start cheering each other on more, I think that team can be very, very, very dangerous. So that's my thoughts on it.
So I'll start with the Chargers, as you did. I think culture is just the biggest thing with them.
Yep.
It's seamlessly carried right over to this season. Mm-hmm. KB coming back, making his exclamation point as he does.
Yep. Top 10.
Also, I do want to say this too, because we haven't had the time or the space to really publicly address this because we've been in the off season. But definitely want to give a shout out and congratulations to Khalil. For those of y'all that may not know, he's been over in college. He missed the championship and all that last year because he was over in college, and he's been getting all kind of awards and accolades and really just doing his thing over there. And that's what we want. We want, people to play in this league and, let it, go somewhere else and excel even higher. Mm-hmm. So he's been doing that. So Khalil, congratulations, brother. Salute.
Yep.
We're glad to have you back home, and whatever you got going on in the future or whatever, we support you 100%. But yeah, the Chargers culture, the support, the selflessness, mm-hmm. the trust. Mm-hmm. For Malik to be able to be like, I'm not going to start. Mm-hmm. That says that he has trust in his team.
Absolutely.
Jason, he'll shoot it. He's one of my favorite players.
He's still a shooter.
I'm about to say he's one of my favorite players. Just because, he will. He'll shoot it. He will shoot it.
And hit.
But, they trust him.
Absolutely.
I have never seen him take a shot, and they're like, man, Jay, pass the ball, bro.
Exactly.
Like, I've never seen that.
Exactly.
Like, it's literally just like, like you said, he'll shoot it. And they know he'll shoot it, and they allow him to shoot it.
Absolutely.
One of the biggest, and he reminds me of D-Wade. Not necessarily in the way that he plays, but Jamon. And you notice how, like, with every situation D-Wade was put in, when LeBron came,
right,
I'm going to take the back seat and whatever is best for the team.
Mm-hmm.
Even, like, this season you add Khalil, you adding pieces, but he's still just like, I'm just going to play whatever role, and I'm going to be ready when they need me. And the thing about that, bro, like, Jamon can get 20. He can get 25, 30. Efficiently. But the fact that, again, everybody is bought into their role and everybody's just like, hey, I'm going to do what I need to do. And then not only am I going to do whatever the team needs me to do, but I'll be ready if they need me to do more. I think that's the dopest thing about the Chargers. And I think that's the thing that, everybody can really learn from, to be honest with you. Like, I think all of us in the league, like, hey, trusting everything I just talked about. I won't go all the way back down.
That's the brotherhood within the brotherhood.
Brotherhood within the brotherhood.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so the Titans. I echo some of the same sentiments. The Titans, even like for the past couple of seasons, has been a good, strong squad. Mm-hmm. But one thing I felt like they were missing was a point guard to organize their offense. It don't make sense to have an army without a general. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When you got an army, like if you look at war, like if you got an army and they ain't got no general, they just out there shooting. But there's no strategy. There's no tact. There's no, real rhyme or reason to what's going on. It's just we out here firing. And so I think them getting a point guard was a big thing for them. And so with Juan, I honestly think that was a great pickup for them. I do think that, what did Jordan say? A lot of points with one hand. Who scored a lot of points with one hand, Jordan? Who you talking about? But while we waiting for Jordan to answer that, I think, Juan, that was their first game, actually with them. And so I think as he gets his feet wet with them some more, once he kind of gets into...
Mm-hmm. He said that's a boy, dude.
Appreciate it, brother. Look, and he's in the service too. So coming from you, that means a lot, brother. Appreciate it. So it's one of those things where it's just kind of like they need someone to organize their offense, and I think Juan definitely has the capability to do that. Conversations that I've even had with Juan, he has very high basketball IQ. Mm-hmm. So I think that I definitely think as he finds his footing, it will help in that regard. But I do think even more than that, it's what you talked about. Like, it's almost just like, now here's the thing. I will say that with balance, because with that Wade situation, if you're constantly getting looked off, we scoring, but you got to understand, even when it comes to balancing out your team, you can cool players off.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can, but then that goes back to the Chargers being ready always, because you may not touch it for a quarter, but we need you to hit a big shot,
right?
Like Robert Horry, in the fourth. So it's just kind of one of those things where you have to find that balance, and I think different members of the Titans, they're going to have to find that balance because their full arsenal wasn't even there Sunday.
Nope.
Justin wasn't there,
right?
And Justin is a shooter. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's a great shooter, and then like I said, Barry and N.O. didn't play. Like, they still didn't have their full roster.
They didn't.
So it's just kind of one of those things where it's like they are going to have to figure that out. They are going to have to become very selfless.
But not having a full roster against the Chargers is not good either.
No, it's not.
Like, not having all your weapons is not good either. So, I mean, it was kind of, how they say man down, they were actually men down. So, I mean,
True.
you know, so you want to have your full arsenal against the Chargers. So that kind of hurts too.
Yeah, for sure.
So I will say that.
I keep looking down at this chat. Who are they talking about? They're saying somebody got stitches. Somebody got hurt. Did I miss something?
Oh, wow. I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, that was a great game. It was a really great game. I thoroughly enjoyed that game.
Yeah.
I thought that, you know,
I gotta toot Malik's horn though, man. Like, can he score when he wants to? Like,
Who, Malik?
Malik just was like, all right, I'm gonna just go ahead.
But if you remember in the championship, he did the same thing.
He did this. Man.
In the championship, he did the same thing. In the championship, he literally was just chilling. All right.
Right.
And then when it came down to crunch time, it was just like, okay, we need a bucket.
Right.
I'm gonna go get a bucket. So.
And we can't talk about Sprite without talking about Sprite in this game either.
Oh yeah. You know what? He almost got away.
Nah, you ain't gonna talk about my dude.
My dude almost got away. I forgot about that.
But he laid his second one up, though. I will say that, though. He did lay his second one up.
Yeah, now that was. Wait, hold on. I think we just got a update. Hold on. Join for the fan turn. So let's see we ain't got there yet. Thank you for letting me know. We gonna. But I did not know that piece of information. Backers report. Why we ain't know that? Anyway,
Come on, man.
I'm just kidding. That's personal information. But anyway, yeah, Shaq, you built us up to let us down, brother. You was clear for takeoff, and
You did it with Shaq to the fool.
but again, when he got that second opportunity,
Yeah.
like I said, he laid that mug up. But hey, Amari, I ain't mad at you, bro. I ain't mad at you at all. So we're gonna talk about some other stuff. We're gonna get into some other stuff. So we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna go right back at it. So don't go nowhere. Stay locked. We're going right to that next game when we come back. All right, so time to get into the next game, which I believe was the Blazers and the Redhawks.
So
Oh yeah, please.
it was
Because you know I'm not gonna talk.
it was a close match between the first game with the Bulldogs and Warriors in this game. I gave this game a little slight advantage over being the best game of the day. So a couple of things. Blazers, I will get to y'all later in a second. You look good, but I have to say something about the Redhawks. It was a little different. You guys look a little different this year. First of all, you got a coach. You got a coach this year, a consistent coach, so congratulations on that. But I saw some things in you guys that I didn't see last year, and one is when y'all got down, because in the beginning of the game, you guys were kind of getting smacked. So I'm just being honest with you, but you guys kind of rallied and came together. You're one of the teams that I wouldn't say a bottom team, but you're like on the cusp of the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
And the year before you didn't make the play, so you missed the playoffs.
Yeah, we missed the playoffs pretty much every year.
But I see this team has improved because to lose to the Blazers by 1 point, because the Blazers is still, to me, a top team in this league. To lose to the Blazers by 1 point, and it was like off of a godlike shot. To be honest with you, it was great for you guys. It's a lot of people say there's no such thing as a good loss, but I believe it is a such thing as a good loss because it just lets you know that, hey, man, you just played with one of the better teams in the league, and you were right there with them until the end, like the very, very end. So kudos to you guys. But the Blazers, dude, I don't know. Black Lightning, man, I don't know what got into him this game. He went crazy, man. Like he went insane. It was like he was playing with some type of chip on his shoulder. I've seen it before, but sometimes it seems like he takes a back seat and chills out. But this game, it was like, nah, I'm coming for heads. Period. I don't think I've ever seen him dunk in a game. Me personally, I haven't seen him dunk in a game. Mm-hmm. And I mean, he dunked and it was like very clean. There wasn't no slip in.
Hold on, Miguel.
What he say?
We gonna get there. I'm gonna own up to my. Wait, we gonna get there. I'm an analyst right now. I'm not a player. I'm gonna analyze. Trust me.
But as far as that goes, I think Josh he went crazy. But as far as that team, man, their size is like really ridiculous. And the new point that they got, Aaron, like he's strong as an ox. He plays great defense, and he's very cerebral. Mm-hmm. Like the dude, he knows how to play basketball. So I think that was a very, very big pickup. I think they lost a few players, but I mean, I think he was still a gain from that. Yeah, remember that? Well, not lost. They made a trade. Okay. So, but I think they're a well-oiled machine. They're going to be something to reckon with this year. And obviously, you still got Mr. 40, Gino, on the team. You know, he can light up whenever he wants to. So, the Blazers, I mean, they're going to be something to look out for this year, period. I know Miguel's kind of been like, man, I don't know, because blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, you got a squad, bro. Like, you have a squad. So, and then DJ wasn't there, was he? Hollywood, where was you at? You was probably doing something important, so But he wasn't there, and I do think he's a big piece of their team as well, especially defensively and energy-wise. I ain't never seen him walk. It's like he don't know how to walk. He only know how to run. So,
I ain't never seen a man walk.
I ain't never seen him walk. But I mean, I think the Blazers is gonna be. It's gonna be a study. If you want to beat them, it's gonna be a study. So. I'll just say that. But you guys are coming up, man. Red Hawks are coming up. I think you played well together. I think you did. Let's say.
Hawk ain't even showed his full game yesterday. Stay tuned.
Hey, but I think didn't he hit one from real deep?
He was
he hit one from Steph Curry range.
Yeah, he was splashing a couple of them things yesterday. Though.
Yeah, man, that was like a Hulk smash type 3-pointer.
It was.
You know what I'm saying? So they just got a lot of pieces, and he is another player that's like. He's like, he can do anything. Like, he's just a good overall player that really helps the team. What did he say?
DJ said, I'm in the woods serving our country. Road runner only got one speed.
See what I'm saying? So, hey, man, salute to you, man. We appreciate what you do for our country, man. Anybody that's in the league, I don't know who else is serving, but if you are serving, kudos to you. Appreciate you, DJ. But anyway, that's a side note. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
Cool. All right. Here we go. So I'll start with the Red Hawks. That I'm not even gonna lie. Like when the game started, I ain't even gonna lie. It looked real familiar, in the sense of we had a couple games last year where they started out like that. And we just weren't able to recover, and they ended up being like a blowout or whatever the case may be. I feel like we caught fire at the right time. Mm-hmm. I feel like we couldn't get nothing to drop, early on. But I feel like we caught fire at the right time, and we stayed with it. I think we all stayed with it. The team has a lot of heart. You know what I mean? Right. The team has a lot of heart. I think pieces that we picked up this year, traded for, all the above, everybody just got heart. Mm-hmm. And Larry, I want to say Larry had 20. So Larry, he was an engine, as he is. And I think we all just, and I think also another thing too, because one thing we've been trying to do is change the culture of the Red Hawks, because we were kind of in that same vein, like with the Titans, just kind of more at each other than playing together. And I think, we've begun to develop more of that camaraderie, and it translated on the floor. So that was that. The Blazers, man, listen, they have a tough team. They're tough, dude. Like, first of all, Tristan is something to deal with down low.
Monster.
And Tristan, I'm just gonna say this because Tristan is my homie. He's been my boy for a long time. Tristan tried to end my career yesterday. It was one of those moments where you thought you was higher than you were, and then you realize, oh God, I'm not that high at all. But when I heard it go clang clang, I was like, thank you God. I couldn't see it.
Happiness ensued.
Bro, I couldn't see it, but I just heard clunk clunk, and I was like, okay, that joint came out.
Yeah.
Thank you God, because I thought Tristan was gonna retire me yesterday.
Yeah.
Or Sunday rather, but no, Tristan, something to deal with down there. Aaron, I really enjoyed matching up. We were matched up a lot during the game. I really enjoyed that matchup. He's a very cerebral player, a physical player. I'm smart with the ball. I mean, all of that, and great attitude too. Like that, he was one of those ones where I was talking earlier about like having that mutual respect for your opponent. Right. It's just like we going at it, but I respect this matchup. Like it's actually pretty dope. We sure did. When we beat them last year, the very last game of the season, we won it by 1.
I do remember that.
Dang, Miguel, I didn't even remember that. That's so true.
I do remember that. Yeah. Oh, so that might have been why.
It's possible.
Might have been why Josh was like, I'm coming for y'all's head.
It's possible. It is very, very possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great game, great matchup. I think for the first game of the season, I definitely tip my hat to them. That was a great, match. I think we both gave each other the test that we needed to get this season started. Now let's dissect that last play. I'm gonna be honest. I definitely take that on my that's on me because I gotta know better. Because they get a 2, worst case scenario, we tied overtime. And we're coming down. Not even overtime.
Yeah, you got a chance.
We're tied and we're coming down with the ball. So I definitely had an IQ lapse in that moment because that's basic LA fitness rules.
Right.
Give up the 1. Don't let him hit a 2. You'll always hear that. So, but in my mind, it was just knowing Josh. Because first of all, another thing too, I think I also overanalyzed because me and Josh, we played together a lot in the offseason. I was doing these Wednesday runs, and I guarded Josh so much in those Wednesday runs. And so it was like I anticipated this dude is finna try because he shook me a lot in the offseason as well. I said, Josh finna try to shake me out my shoes and go by me. So I played the drive, but like I said, that was a mental lapse definitely on my part. Like I gotta know you don't give up that 3. Like you gotta chase him off that line. So yeah, that was on me. He put me on skates.
Yeah.
And,
Josh he'll leave your soul standing there, bro. Your whole soul just be like, yeah.
He'll pull a Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, bro. Josh.
Hey, his nickname is Black Lightning for a reason,
bro. For a reason.
Look, as much as I would like to stay there though, I just looked at the time, bro. I just realized we've been at this for a minute. But hey, man, this is the first week. We got stuff to talk about. So it's going to be a little bit longer of a show. Y'all ain't got nothing to do. Y'all ain't got to go to bed. We all.
I do. But I'm still here, though. You already know.
But anyway, all right. So, like I said, it was a great game. Kudos to the Blazers. We appreciate, the matchup for sure.
What's that about the Titans?
Titans will be okay. We running up the rest of the season. Salute the Chargers for the win. That was suspect.
Suspect, yep.
And then Miguel said, y'all played. Wait, what?
Y'all played my play out.
We played your play out of that timeout good. Oh, yeah. Man, listen, it was a good game. Like I said, that was a great game yesterday. I'm not even gonna lie. I was glad to be a part of it. But with that being said, because we got a little ways to go. Let's another win for the good guys. DJ just posted that. Another win for the good guys. Is that Scott Hall, DJ? Was that Scott Hall? It's giving Scott Hall. Anyway, last game. Panthers and Black Ice.
Man.
Can I start with this one?
You start with that, bro. Good Lord, have mercy.
All right. I'm going to say this. And I've had this conversation with Rome already. But one of the conversations I get all the time, with our position in this league is, man, you got to check out my homeboy, man. My homeboy can hoop.
Right.
And I ain't going to lie. Most of the time, when I finally see their homeboy, it be like...
They average 5. But anyway, in the league...
Bruh, you hawk me down every time you see me for this. It never lives up to the hype.
Well, hold on. Somebody said that boy Jordan was better than a spoon at a crack house. Who said? Wait a minute. Who said
Sam
that?
said that. He said he was hotter.
He was hotter. He said it was hotter. Okay. The screen was little. I'm a little older, so I couldn't see it.
That boy Jordan
He was hotter than a spoon in a crack house.
That was good, Sam. That was
Yeah,
good.
it was.
That was good. But no, seriously, like, I gotta say, like, he lives up to the hype. Like, Rome was like, bro, I'm telling you, my cousin, I'm telling you. All right, cool. But, I mean, you can't argue with 37 on your debut. Like, you can't argue with that. So, definitely got to give kudos to Jordan. You had an incredible first game. Welcome to Sky West. You know how it's like, you asking, like, what was your welcome to the NBA moment? It was almost like he gave us a welcome to Sky West moment.
Yeah.
Like he welcomed himself into Sky West.
No,
like,
he welcomed us into his world.
right. It's like, God, dog, bro.
Yeah.
But seriously though, the Panthers in general though. So Jordan, we definitely wanted to give you your flowers on that because you had an incredible game. But let's just talk about the Panthers in general because the Panthers, they've been somewhat of an enigma. I would dare to say probably for about 3 or 4 seasons now. The Panthers have been somewhat of an enigma, trying to find identity. Players kind of in and out. We had the Diallo and Trey experiment. That didn't work.
Nope.
And then last year was just like a complete rebuild where, brought in Solomon.
Mama, there goes that man.
Yeah. It was crazy. So it's just like now, I think watching the Panthers yesterday for the first time, I got that look of franchise. We have a franchise now that is, I was about to say that is buildable, but I think they're a lot more than that. I think saying that they're buildable would almost be a little disrespectful. Now, mind you, we don't want to get too carried away. It was just one game.
It was.
But just looking at it from a GM standpoint, there are a lot of pieces there that I definitely think.
But it was really who they beat, though.
And it was definitely that, too. Because you're talking about a team that hasn't been any less than the championship game since they've been in the league.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
and they had full squad.
And they had full squad. They had, Black Ice. They're no slouch, bro. They got 2 former MVPs on their team. Josh won MVP one year. TJ won MVP the next year. Mm-hmm. Rodney arguably should have won MVP between now and the time since his time being in the league.
Between him and Josh, to be honest with you.
That year, it was between him. It came down to him and Josh. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, what Jordan say? They were missing 3 starters. I think Solomon was one. Who was the other 2?
Yeah,
C.I.
C.I. wasn't there. Yeah.
Solomon, C.I. And who was the third one? Why I feel like I'm tripping?
I don't know.
But yeah, it definitely was who they beat as well. It was definitely who they beat. Like I said, they picked up a lot of good pieces. Having Kobe back was big as well. I think Kobe, I'll put it to you like this. I think it's kind of the same thing what I said about Mason. I think we probably saw what will probably be Kobe's worst game. He's not going to, and it wasn't a bad game.
It wasn't a bad game at all.
But I think it's only going to be better and better and better from here because just the type of player I know Kobe is. I don't think that's going to be the standard for his game. As
he and Jordan, kind of, figure it out together. Because both of them can be dominant.
They can, and the thing what I also like about Jordan too, though. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're not hooping, Jordan's going to keep that ball and he's going to keep shooting. But Jordan is willing to trust teammates as well. Right. As a matter of fact, so I hooped with him in an offsetting, just regular whatever. And not only is he going to trust you, but he's also going to demand. Mm-hmm. Like, I know you have the capability to do this, and I'm demanding it from you in this moment. So if I pass you this ball, I know you can shoot. That's why I'm giving it to you right there. So I'm demanding that you shoot it and that you hit that shot. Right. Now, if it's a good shot and it just don't go in, all right, cool. But like certain things like rebounds and all that type of stuff like that, he don't play that type of stuff. And I think that's also something that the Panthers have needed, someone that's going to lead the team, someone that's going to hold everybody accountable. So I think
that's, you know what? That's crazy. Didn't even
they have a Kobe and a Jordan. How about that?
That's actually
that's pretty cool.
That is a good combination.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's my take on the whole Panthers. I'm definitely excited to see. It's like now when you see the Panthers on your schedule, it's just like, oof. All right, here we go.
You better play.
You better play. And I think it's like that. To be honest with you, I don't feel like there's any toilet teams in the league this year. Like, you have to play every game or you will get beat. Like, if you go into it looking like, oh man, it's just the so and so's, then you probably won't get beat because I don't think there's any slouches this year. But going back to Black Ice, so if I can dissect that a little bit, Black Ice for the first time, I would say since they've been in the league, they didn't look like Black Ice to me. To me, Black Ice is always poised. To me, Black Ice is always, and when I say poise, I'm not necessarily even just talking about like talking or, you know, with the refs and all, like I'm not necessarily talking about that. I'm just talking about their gameplay. I think that they're just a poised team. So I feel like in this situation, I feel like this is the first time I probably saw them where they weren't as poised. Now they also got new pieces, and I feel like they're trying to figure some things out as well. They were also missing a couple of people. They were missing Penn. Penn was not there.
That is a big miss.
That's a big miss.
That's a big miss.
So, you know,
but they did gain Fletcher back though,
and they did gain Fletcher, and
that's a big gain.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I thought would be, I thought would make them even more dangerous. But I think
it does.
Yeah,
I still think it does.
Well, I'm just saying for this particular game.
Gotcha.
But, I mean, I don't want to say I was surprised about Jordan because he can ball. I've seen it personally. But it was just like I was surprised at he that many points, dude. That's like against Black Ice. It's kind of
right because they're not slouchy defenders,
like,
bro. Like it's at least 3 people on Black Ice off the top of my head you could throw that direction.
Exactly. They have good defenders. They have people that they have cerebral players too. You know, so
and veterans
and vets. So it was just like Jordan was like, "I'm here. Stop me if you can." And I just feel like it was a surprise to Black Ice as well. I feel like it was a somewhat of a surprise
in the
his
sense
his
of
firepower.
Like, okay, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? His firepower was a surprise to them, and I believe them coming out that fast and that hard on them. What did he say? When we played y'all in the scrimmage and got killed. I mean,
oh yeah.
So
that is true. That is true.
I'm not like. I don't hold back words, bro. This is Let's Hoop.
That was funny, it was just funny because it was like, when did you see it personally? That is funny.
I saw it personally.
That's hilarious. That's funny.
But I think Black Ice was surprised. Look at Josh. But I do think they were just a bit surprised because I think what you said earlier happened. It was like it's the Panthers.
Ooh.
What?
Watching that game was like watching Kobe take the torch from Michael. Sorry, MVP Josh.
Ooh, I didn't say it.
And so it became.
I mean, I didn't say it. So
I love it.
But like I said, I just think they got pounced on, man. They got pounced on, and they really. I've never seen them get pounced on and not really be able to come back, dude.
Yeah.
They did slightly, but it wasn't. I don't know if they bought it under 10 points at any time.
I don't think it was under 10, but they did bring it back some, though, because they were down by 30 at one point.
They were.
But they did bring it back.
They did bring it back. So I did see
was that Bobby? Bobby
that
said
part
it's
of
gonna be a good
Black
season.
Ice.
That's Bobby.
Oh,
He
yeah,
said it's gonna be a good
yeah.
season. Yeah, it is, bro. It is.
So, but I just think that's what it was. That Black Ice was just kind of like, they might have just been like, it's the Panthers, in the beginning, and then they saw, oh shoot, these boys balling, and that's when they came back from that 30-point lead, But ultimately, I just think it was too much to try to overcome.
With the amount of time.
Right.
I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that.
So.
Yeah, that's wild.
37, bro.
37.
I mean, I'm having flashbacks. When Geno scored 40.
So let me ask you this, and I'll chime in. I'll dig deeper into this. Yesterday's price is today's price. Facts.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is very, very true.
I say that a lot of times in lawn care.
That is so true because, folks going to try to hold you. Well, last time you cut my yard for...
Nah, but,
You don't let it get a little higher this time.
Yeah. It's a forest this time, buddy.
But yeah, so with Black Ice moving forward, what do you think would need to happen? And I can take it if you want me to take this one. But like, what do you think needs to happen, just in the sense of them moving forward and just really pulling it together for this bounce back next game?
Nothing. They just need to come out as aggressive as they normally do.
I think they are.
And
they weren't happy about that.
They weren't happy about the loss. Who would be happy about a loss though? No team would be happy about a loss. So I do think Black Ice is going to come out and just prove who they really are. Because they're a good team, man. They're a good team. It was like I said. I just think they were surprised. They were hit very quickly, and then it's one of those things like, oh shoot, we better play these boys for real now. And when they did, they actually did come back. But at the same time, I didn't know that this man had a messed up hand either.
Yeah, I know.
We had to go back to that. I didn't know his hand was messed up.
I didn't know his hand was messed up either.
I mean, dang, that's like the Michael Jordan flu game. Good Lord, man.
If we were on like First Take or something like that, we'd be getting flamed for being a prisoner of the moment.
Yeah.
You just said Michael Jordan flu game.
Michael Jordan flu game, man. He hurt his hand. Michael Jordan had the flu. That's all I'm saying. It's just, you know what I'm saying? He was playing while
flamed right now. All right. Well, look, we're going to take one more quick little break, and then we're going to talk about the matchups for next week. That's how we're going to close out the show. We're going to talk about these matchups for next week and just kind of see, what we think everybody needs to do to just kind of get going. So don't go nowhere. Stay locked. We are almost there. I've been having fun. I hope y'all been having fun, too. But yeah, we'll be right back.
Look at the chat.
Yeah, you can look at the chat. They've been having fun. We'll be back. So, first game, well, I'm not going to talk about them in order, but we'll just talk about each of the matchups. So, the first one I'm going to talk about is Black Ice and the Savages. That's going to be a good one.
Savages are pissed. Black Ice pissed.
Oh, and also, while we're going through these, I know we're going to do this a little later in the week where I'm going to do the whole who you got type thing. Also, I'm going to actually start sharing those results before the game, but...
we can say it right now, though.
But I was about to say, who y'all got? Who y'all got in the chat? As we talking about these, y'all tell me who y'all think is gonna win some of these matchups, and y'all chime in on, some of y'all's thoughts on what teams need to do. So the first one, Black Ice Savages. You said they both pissed, so you feel like it's gonna be one of those things where it's just like it's gonna be basically a slugfest. Like,
you remember last season when they played
the Savages and Black Ice?
Remember they kind of had a heavyweight boxing match then.
They did. DJ just said Black Ice by 10. 10 plus, excuse me.
I don't know, man, because Savages,
Hey, man, now I know it's been a while since we did Let's Hoop, but you already know the rule. We can't just take a neutral. I don't know. Like, we gotta. Right. We gonna make some people mad, but hey, we gotta.
So we gotta pick. That's what you're trying to say.
Well, if we making them pick, we gotta make sure we pick.
I'm gonna go with Black Ice. I think they're gonna come out just upset, and I just think I don't know who's going to be there for the Savages or who's going to play for the Savages, but Black Ice, full squad, I think they'll take it. I'm not saying 10 plus, though. I think it's going to be a good game.
Gotcha. Also, I saw a comment by DJ as well. He said, can we do a new SkyWest commercial? Absolutely, because it's time for a new one. So, yeah, we'll organize that and, get that going. So, yeah. Sam said he liked the underdog.
Which I'm assuming would be the Savages.
Yes, he said that's the Savages.
I think Sam knows a lot of people on the Savages as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
True. Mm-hmm. DJ said, who the underdog? They both 0-1.
Hey. But I'm just saying, like, I guess everybody's assuming because of Black Ice status.
Their history. Yeah, their history.
So, yeah.
Like I said, I just got to go with what I think. I have to go Black Ice as well, only because only because I feel like they are a little more together
Right.
than the Savages.
Right.
I think the Savages are still, trying to figure it out, still trying to put it together.
Still a dangerous team.
They're still a dangerous team. It's not what I'm saying is not to take anything away from the Savages, but like I said, and then also I don't see Black Ice dropping 2 back to back.
I can agree.
I don't see them dropping 2 back to back, and that would have been against anybody, not just the Savages, but against anybody. They're a well put together team.
They are.
They're a well put together team. I believe Penn will probably be back. Also, since we are shouting out people for doing things and stuff like that, and I apologize if I forgot anybody else, but this just came to me. Penn is apparently has been, while he wasn't here, he was at a showcase in the UK. So, displaying his talents over in the UK. So, definitely shout out Penn. Congratulations, for getting that opportunity and all that. Like I said, we love to see our Sky West brothers succeed beyond Sky West. So, congratulations on that note. But yeah, for those reasons, I got to go with the Savages.
You said Black Ice.
I'm sorry,
Savages.
I meant Black Ice. My bad. I was looking at the Savages logo on this phone.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I got to go with Black Ice. That's. I think that's where I'm landing on that one. So the next matchup would be the Blazers and the Warriors.
I'm going with the Blazers. Just because of what I said earlier. They're a team. They've been together for a while. Even though they added a piece, I think that piece, or a few pieces, I think those few pieces actually, they still know each other. So I just think that the Warriors need a little bit more time to play together. But, I might be surprised by the Warriors. They may come in and do what they need to do. But right now, I think the Blazers will have it. Somebody says Blazers money line.
DJ said, of course, DJ,
Yeah.
of course. I'm going to go Warriors. I'm going to go opposite you on this one. I'm going to go Warriors. I think, and I'm going to tell you why. I think where you have Black Lightning and Aaron and, people like that on the Blazers, I think you have your Nigel, Amari, Trey to balance that guard play out. So that will cancel. And then, I honestly, what Brandon said, we playing point to prove
We're the best team in the league. So, Sam also said that we're not playing the point spread. I ain't doing that, man. I ain't doing the point spread. I already don't like picking teams like that. I ain't doing the point spread.
I ain't gonna do the spread because, to be honest with you, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, first of all, I don't want games to be.
Nah.
I love games like what we had last week. Like, folks winning by one, the crowd don't know who finna win because it's.
We can't bet in Georgia anyway, man. We can't do that. It's not legal yet.
We need a Sky West prize picks.
Right.
We need prize picks. Our guards don't cancel out.
He said, "You crazy, CEO."
Well, I mean, that's your opinion. You on that team. I mean, I would expect you to believe in yourself. Otherwise, why are you here? So, but no, I from a non-biased basketball standpoint, when we talk about, like, they have great guards on their team too that I definitely will believe. Like I said, that's one of them ones where it can go either way. Y'all just, who own the day, who gonna execute? You understand what I'm saying? Like, so, and then honestly, like I said earlier in the show, I think we saw Mason's worst game and last bad game this first game.
Well, there you go.
I think he's going to find his footing, and I think he's going to be big for them. So, like I said, I'm going to go Warriors. And they're young and hungry. They're the younger team. They're hungry. Like, I definitely think they're another one. Backers report, Sky West announces prize picks.
That's funny.
Oh, snap. Hey, man, but that is a revenue stream, though. Because I'm like, shoot, we get a piece of the pie. Anyway, we'll talk about this. You forgetting we the best defense and the best defensive backcourt. All right, I'm sliding into player mode a little bit right here because that's what you say, but you ain't the only one that's got defense, brother, because I told you, you ain't the only one coming for that defensive player of the year. And apparently there's a line, so I'm here for it. Anyway, where was I? Because I slid out of analyst, and I had to address that personally.
You put your player hat on.
Because, me and DJ, this defensive player of the year, because he ain't the only one coming for it this year.
It's other people fighting for it, too.
He sure is, because I want to say I had 3 blocks. Jordan had 3 blocks. I want to say Nick probably had about 2 or 3 blocks.
Nick had 3.
So it's just like, hey. Oh, yeah, that's who it was I was talking to.
Shad had 3.
I was talking to Nick, too. Javante. And he just said Cap on the thing, too. Yeah. So, listen, it's a line. That's cool. Hey.
But nah, Vontae actually said I guess he made a good defensive play.
And he said I'm the best defender.
I'm the best defender in the league. So, hey, I mean, hey.
I guess we'll see how this plays out.
We shall.
I guess we will see how this plays out. But anyway, so he said, Warriors big bag. Gary had 3 still. DJ said it's mine to lose. How is it yours? You didn't win it last year. It's Solomon's to lose.
Oh Lord.
Why did I say that?
Why do you do that?
Because I just opened up a whole nother argument that probably is gonna come through the chat in a minute. But anyway, all right. So that was Warriors and Blazers. So next we have Red Hawks and Titans. I feel like I can't even vote on this one. Like I feel like that's not fair.
No, you're gonna say Red Hawks. That's your team. Why
but that's kind of my point though. It's just like.
But you're supposed to say Red Hawks.
But it's like I guess in this role I feel like I'm not supposed to say.
Put your hat on. Put your player hat on.
All right. Well, we already know what it is.
All right, then. There you go. You say
we
Red Hawks.
We already know what it is.
All right.
That's like I feel like it's kind of unfair for me to talk about this one. So go ahead. You lead on this one.
I'm gonna go with Titans. I just want to be the opposite guy today.
I mean, it ain't about opposites. It's about what you believe. Is that what you believe?
I think Titans gonna have a bounce back game, man. I think they're gonna have a bounce back game. I think they're gonna get it together.
Okay.
So
I guess we will see one.
We shall.
What did they say? The Red Hawks gonna win. Got my pressure rising. And I saw the other one too. I know. I know. But I was like, why even say that? My bad. My bad. God, dog. All right, and then so after that, we have the Wolverines and the Bulldogs. That is going to be a scrappy game.
Yeah.
That's going to be a scrappy game. But I got to go Wolves. And the reason why I got to go Wolves is because I don't know, and I think Said can, but I don't know that they got an answer for Rashad over there on the Bulldogs.
I'll say Said is not really a big like that.
He's more of a
right.
But I don't think that means that he can't defend big people because I mean we got guys in our league that are, not necessarily bigs, but they can guard bigger guys. So,
but it's just I don't know. It's what it say.
Wolves, if y'all lose, then y'all playing for the lottery.
I mean, I'm going with the Wolves. I mean, I gotta take the analyst hat off too. I'm going for the Wolves. But I mean, we better not take anything lightly because the Bulldogs have come up like any other team. We better not look at them lightly, or we'll be in the same position Black Ice was this week. So.
Sam said y'all will be at full strength. You contain Shad, who on guard Josh. I forgot y'all ain't have Josh too.
Yeah. Man, quit giving out all that shit.
Josh, Dez. Yeah. I'm going with the Wolves, but like I said, it's gonna be scrappy. It's gonna be a dogfight, no pun intended. And I think, like you said, if y'all go into that game playing around and all that kind of stuff, y'all gonna look up and y'all gonna be down 15 quick.
Get your tail whooped. So yep.
Yeah. And then I think we wrap it up on that week with the Panthers and the Chargers.
Whew.
That's gonna be a good one. Panthers and Chargers.
What'd they say?
That's the game of the week. Bulldogs playing with a point to prove. I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Man, this game.
Panthers and the Chargers.
You gotta go first, dude.
Me go first?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers. And I'm gonna tell you why. I don't want to be, and not to say that I don't believe, but I don't. The initial reaction was to be like the Panthers, because you see what Jordan did last week. It's like that's the initial reaction, but it's like when you actually analyze and you don't just want to be a prisoner of the moment. The Chargers, I mean, you gotta respect the defending champs. Like, I feel like that would be disrespectful to the defending champs to just hop on that. Like, no, they are a complete team, and I believe that in order for the Panthers to beat the Chargers, the rest of the team, you know, I think they're gonna have to play in a big way as well. If Jordan play,
I got a Paw
Patrol. I forgot he called him that. Paw Patrol. But yeah, I think the rest of the team is gonna have to step up as well because the Chargers are a complete team.
Yeah.
I mean, from on the offensive side and on the defensive side. But I do want to say this though, because I am gonna put this challenge out there. I am challenging Javonte to guard him. Since he said he's the best defender in the league.
True. I mean, that's a good challenge.
That's a good challenge.
It's a good challenge.
I'm throwing that out there.
Good challenge.
I'm throwing that out there. I want to see what that look like.
So, I want to go opposite, but I can't. That wouldn't be how I really feel. I think the Chargers gonna take it.
Oh, that's a good point.
What?
Sam brought up if Solomon plays along with Jordan as well.
Oh man,
'cause that's another big thing.
It is.
Him having Solomon too, having a big.
But that's a big if. So I'm not sure if Solomon's gonna be there. But still, at the end of the day, right now, I've only seen the Panthers play one game. I don't have enough information on them from one game to say they can beat the Chargers. I just don't.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me being like super real. I give them credit. I think they're capable. They're a capable team with what they have.
Javonte said, "You know I am."
Ooh.
I like it. I like it.
But at the end of the day, man, I mean, they're the champs. It's the reason they went undefeated, and they're still undefeated as we speak since last season. I can't go opposite of the Chargers right now. Like I said, I only got one game to hinge on the Panthers because they're a completely different looking team. The Panthers is this year, but I still gotta go with the Chargers.
Cool. All right, y'all. Well, there you have it. We have now reached the end of the show. I've had fun on this first one. I hope y'all have had fun on this first one. So we're gonna be doing some more different things on the show. We're gonna be inviting people on. We can actually, hit people up and have them come and talk. So we talked about some of these things this week, but like next week, somebody score. That's Lango.
Man, see, Lingo. Lingo.
Hey, talk to him, Lango. Let him know. But anyway, like I said, we're going to be bringing some more people in, letting people talk. We're going to be having special guests. So it's going to be a real dope season, y'all. This was just week one. And you see we had so much to unpack just from week one. So, we just want to shout everybody out. You all are the best part of this league. Y'all make it great. Players, coaches, everybody. We couldn't do this without y'all. So we appreciate y'all. Players, new players, we hope y'all are enjoying y'all SkyWest experience so far. This has been the first episode of Let's Hoop, and we will see y'all on Sunday.